I know many of you have experienced this in your own personal life. The moment you say, God, I don't care what will happen to me, I trust you with this, you will be overwhelmed by the peace of God. The peace of God will come into your heart. It has happened to me several times. The moment I say, God, I trust you with this, I don't care if I have to go through shame. I don't care if I have to go through that struggle, but I trust you. The moment you say that, it takes away fear from your heart. And peace comes into your heart and resides there. That is what trusting God will do to us. Secondly, the result of trusting God will attract God's care. Say with me, attracts God's care. In Nahum chapter 1 verse 7 it says, He cares for those who trust in Him. He cares for those who trust in Him. If you don't allow God to care for you, you will not receive care. Amen? There is that aspect of permission where you say, God, I want to be cared. And that comes through trust. When you trust God, you're saying, God, I trust you with my life. You do whatever you want with it. You're giving God the permission to do something with your life. And listen to what they have to say. In verse 16, 17, 18, this is what it says. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to him, King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it. The God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and He will deliver us for your majesty's hand. But even if He does not, some of you might be saying, well, these people doubt God. We want you to know this, Your Majesty, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold that you have set up to worship. They decided not to bow before this golden image. They said, you throw us into the furnace fire. We are not afraid. The God we serve, they say, is able to deliver us from it. What an amazing trust they have in God. They trust God so much that when they were thrown into this furnace of fire, that they will be delivered. That's the kind of trust I'm talking about, my friends. The when, the how, the why, the results of trusting God, warning not to trust God, my friends, sums up in this one very phrase. The God we serve is able to deliver us. Anything you go through, my friends, the God that you serve will deliver you. Can I hear an amen? He will deliver you. And they go on to say, and I've marked it black here in my notes, but even if He does not, they say. You see, God sometimes permits us to go through and He does not save us. They knew the history very well of how God used to deal sometimes. And so they say, but even if He does not deliver us, my King, we want you to know this. Your Majesty, they say, that we will not serve your gods. It does not matter. Even if He does not deliver us, we will never, never, never serve your gods. It's a determination that's blended with this trust in God that made them to take this decision to go into that furnace of fire, my friends, that was burned 7 times. And so they took 3 of them and they went and threw them into this lake of fire. And even those people who carried these 3 were burned by this fire. Yet these 3, when they were thrown into that furnace of fire, they were walking inside with another member. The king asked this question, didn't we put 3 of them? And his soldiers said, yes, sir, we put 3 of them. How is it that I see 4 of them? Who is the other person? And they were walking in this fire. They were not burned. The trust they have in God delivers them. And the king said, pull them out. Call them out of the fire. If you throw a rope, it'll be burned. If you throw a bamboo, it'll be burned. If you throw a line, it'll be burned. Any help, any kind of rescue line will be burned. And so you have to call them out. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and who's the other person? Come out of the flame. They came out of the flame. Who's the other person? Could it be an angel of God? Could it be God himself taking a walk in this flame? Trusting God, my friends, is important.